You're right there, gorgeous peeps. I'm Chris from TechSpert, and today we're going to be checking out the Xiaomi 12 Lite, a mid-range, more affordable alternative to that Xiaomi 12 flagship smartphone. The Xiaomi 12 Lite is essentially an upgraded version of last year's Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE, with thankfully a less clunky title as well. It now comes packing a 108MP primary camera, a faster charging battery, and a spoojerific 120Hz AMOLED display. But the question is, does it not suck? Well, let's whip the Xiaomi 12 Lite on out of its box, fully test out that camera tech, the gaming chops, all that good stuff. And for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do plug subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So first up, what is in this lovely box? Well, you got yourself one Xiaomi 12 Lite, a big old beefy 67-watt adapter, USB-C cable, naturally. And oh yes, of course, you've got a condom case bundled in there to keep your Xiaomi 12 Lite looking box fresh. And there you have it, that's everything you get chucked in the box, so let's check out the phone. So here we have it, the Xiaomi 12 Lite, and I've got to say it does look quite similar to a lot of other budget to mid-range smartphones that I have fondled in 2022. It's a mite over 6.5 inches, but only weighs 173 grams, which is pretty light for a smartphone this sort of size. All the same, it's got a decent enough heft to it, doesn't feel like some sort of kiddie toy. It actually feels reasonably compact, helped along by the fact that the bezels surrounding that 6.55-inch display are pretty skinny. That said, it is quite a chunky monkey as well. As you can see there, sporting flat edges, similar to the iPhone sort of style, which a lot of budget-y to mid-range Androids seem to be copying this year for some reason. Not really sure why. Personally, I prefer rounder edges, which actually feel more comfortable to clutch, but hey-ho. Xiaomi's actually used this design for some of its Redmi smartphones recently, for instance, the likes of the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus. Running around the edges of the Xiaomi 12 Lite, you've got a basic plastic frame, but then around back it is glass. I don't believe it's Gorilla Glass, though Xiaomi was a bit vague on what the actual materials were. But you do, however, have a Gorilla Glass 5 display up front, and that's got a pre-installed screen protector on it as well to keep it safe from harm. And this right here is the rather fresh and attractive green model. I do like these sort of brighter, more summery colours. You can also grab the Xiaomi 12 Lite in light pink, or if you're a bit of a moody bastard, you can grab it in black. It's already getting a wee bit greasy and fingerprinty, but thankfully that green cordon seems to be mostly masking the worst of it. Just have to give it the occasional buff and keep it looking fresh. As you can see there, the branding isn't too obnoxious, and the camera grille only juts ever so slightly from the back end as well, so nothing too troublesome there. Now, if you boot up the Xiaomi 12 Lite, and I highly recommend you do, you'll find that you've got the latest, freshest Android 12 on here, plus a bit of MiUI 13 squatting on top. Now, if you've had a play with a Xiaomi or a Poco smartphone in recent times, you'll basically know what to expect here. MiUI 13 thankfully has more of a stock Android vibe than previous versions. You've actually got an apps tray by default. Google Discover feed, you can drag down that notifications bar from anywhere, but you've also got the likes of the control center, which gives you immediate access to all of your fast toggle shenanigans, like the brightness, etc, etc. And MiUI adds in bugger loads of bonus bits, so you've got lots of always on display shenanigans. Quite a few different designs you can choose from, including some quite trippy out there ones, and most of them are fully customizable as well. Plenty of other customization options, like the wallpaper carousel, for instance, which you just change up your wallpaper automatically. Themes as well, loads of Xiaomi themes to choose from here. Not entirely sure they've got permission to use the Star Wars brand in that one. Hopefully Disney's not watching. But yeah, it's absolutely packed to the brim with anything you could want, including lots of good anime style stuff. And yeah, plenty of other bonus bits as well. I won't go through it all because that would take ruddy forever. What I will say though is that MiUI smartphones tend to come piled with crapware as well, which is a real shame. So a lot of the setup time with Xiaomi smartphones is just getting rid of the bollocks basically. Just bear in mind that Xiaomi isn't exactly the best around when it comes to OS and security updates, so the Xiaomi 12 Lite should get Android 13 at some point. When will it come? Probably some point in 2023, God even knows. Might not get upgraded beyond that, unfortunately, and the security updates tend to trickle through a bit more slowly. That's probably because Xiaomi has so many bloody smartphones that it's kind of difficult to keep them all updated on a timely basis. On the security side, you've got an in-display fingerprint sensor here on the Xiaomi 12 Lite, just your standard optical scanner, of course, as you'd expect from a mid-range mobile, so it lights up your print, just takes a 2D image of it, so not as good as an ultrasonic sensor, but it seems to be pretty responsive, pretty nippy. My only complaint so far is that that sensor is positioned quite low down on the display. It would be much more comfortable if it was around here rather than having to grope right down near the bottom. But you know, minor quibble, the main thing is that it seems to work just fine. And certainly no complaints with that 6.55-inch AMOLED display. We're certainly spoiled these days because pretty much every mid-range smartphone comes packing a gorgeous OLED panel, and of course the Xiaomi 12 Lite is no exception. It's full HD plus resolutions, the visuals pretty crisp, despite the fact you've obviously got quite a spacious display on the go here. And because it's OLED tech, you've got gorgeous contrast on here, nice deep blacks, full support for Dolby Vision as well as HDR10 Plus video as well, so great news if you are a streamer. You'll certainly want to be streaming a lot of Disney Plus and Netflix and stuff to really get the most out of this smartphone. Colors are pretty poppy. You can mess around with the actual color saturation in the display settings as well. And you got wide viewing angles, so great news if you want to cram around a couple of mates and all watch something together. And no issues with visibility either, even on a sunshiny day, which we've actually had in the UK this week. Hallelujah. I had no troubles making out what was going on. Dive on into the display settings, and as I mentioned before, you can piddle about with the color schemes. You can change up the color output, like the P3 and the sRGB gamut. Got to admit, it doesn't make a massive amount of difference, I don't think, certainly not to my peepers. But here is also where you change up the refresh rate, which as you can see there, by default is stuck at 60 Hz, but you can bump that up to the maximum 120 Hz refresh rate if you want to take full advantage of that super smooth panel. As for the speakers, well, it is a stereo speaker setup here on the Xiaomi 12 Lite. Let's bump up the volume, see if it's any good.
On a Watch GS3 review, and for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers!
So the output pretty decent on that maximum volume, not the loudest around by any means, and there is a slight imbalance between the two speakers. They are actually positioned here on the edges of the device, both at the top and at the bottom. That bottom speaker definitely puts out more grunt than that top one, which is a little bit more tinny in comparison.
On the actual stainless steel frame, either pretty tough as you would expect, and
I was a little bit worried that because they are positioned on the edges here that they'd be easy to muffle when you are, for instance, clutching the phone like so, doing a good bit of gaming, but I didn't actually have that problem at all when I was blasting through, Genshin Impact, Call of Duty, etc. You do actually get full Dolby Atmos support on here as well. As you can see there, the preset is dynamic, but you can change it up depending on what you're up to if you want to. Got lots of equalizer presets you can choose between. Otherwise, you can mess around with the actual equalizer board down here. Pump up that bass, yeah! Sadly, however, no headphone jack here on the Xiaomi 12 Lite. Boo and indeed who. Probably going to be completely extinct by 2023 at this rate. But hey, the good news is you've got Bluetooth 5.2 support here, and the streaming seems absolutely fine for headphones, speakers, whatever, so you can just go fully wireless. Or, dongle it up if you want to. So let's slide away into performance, and the Xiaomi 12 Lite is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 778G chipset, which is a bit of a surprise choice as that was also the SoC found in the older Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE. That's backed on this smartphone by the 6 or 8 gigs of RAM. This is the 8 gig model, and certainly everyday shenanigans absolutely fine, nice and smooth. Apps just load up straight away. Now 120 Hz refresh helps to keep everything looking buttery smooth. And the benchmarking scores are absolutely fine as well if you're into all of that. But yeah, even though it's running absolutely fine now, who's to say that it won't be suffering from some serious slowdown in a year, 2 years. So yeah, definitely a shame that Xiaomi didn't choose to upgrade the performance. And if you are a gamer, the Xiaomi 12 Lite will cope absolutely fine with your PUBGs, your Call of Duty mobiles, all of your standard Android fare, and even more demanding titles like Genshin Impact will run absolutely fine as long as you keep the graphics settings scaled all the way down. You definitely don't want to push this thing because you will end up with juddery performance, but Genshin Impact on those low detail settings ran absolutely fine, certainly more than playable. The screen supports 240 Hz touch sampling, so perfectly responsive, even for fast-paced action games like this, and it is a completely flat display as well, so well suited to gaming. You do have that little punch hole selfie orifice thing centrally positioned, unfortunately, which is slightly annoying. I prefer when it's wedged into a corner, but not too intrusive. It's not particularly massive. And even if you are getting your Genshin on for a good hour or more, no worries, because the Xiaomi 12 Lite does stay pleasingly cool, helped along by the fact that that 778G is actually pretty energy efficient. And at least with that Snapdragon 778G chipset, you do have support for 5G. That's actually across both of the available SIM slots. So as you can see there, it is a double-sided SIM tray. Sadly, no room in there for a micro SD memory card though to expand the storage. And you've got full Wi-Fi 6 support as well here on the Xiaomi 12 Lite, and I've experienced no issues with the connectivity, whether I'm indoors, outdoors, connected to the Wi-Fi. Mobile network seems to be absolutely fine for getting online, streaming video, playing games, whatever you want. And while there's no expandable storage, you do at least get a base level of 128 gigs of internal space, so not a huge amount of that is taken up by system files. So even with the almighty bloody massive Genshin Impact installed, I've still got plenty of spare space, thankfully. And it's definitely good news on the battery life front as well, even though the Xiaomi 12 Lite only sports a 4300 mAh capacity cell, which isn't particularly massive. Despite this, I can still quite happily make it through a full day on a single charge with this bad boy, and that's even with, you know, a good bit of gaming on the side, plenty of media streaming, lots of camera play. As long as you're not playing Genshin Impact for literally 2-3 hours, then all is well. And when it's time to charge it back up again, the Xiaomi 12 Lite supports 67 watt wired charging, but there is no wireless charging support here. So let's finish up this unboxing with a squint at the Xiaomi 12 Lite's camera tech. And we got here slapped on the back end is a triple lens setup spearheaded by a 108 megapixel Samsung HM2 primary sensor. That Xiaomi app is proper dense with features as well. You've got all kinds of different modes you can play around with, especially if you head to the more section. Oh my god, so much stuff. And as you can see, in full auto mode, you do have a good bit of eye tracking on the go, which works even with plastic subjects like good old Veronica here. And I had no problems with that in real life scenarios either. It works well on pets as well as hyperactive children, keeping them sharply in focus even when they're moving at speed or feeling particularly squirmy. In fact, the Xiaomi 12 Lite is brilliant at capturing living subjects. The portrait mode in particular does its job with bells on. I got some really nice results with that, and my everyday snaps did look pretty great. Colours are slightly boosted, but not to a disturbing degree, and even in strong lighting, my test shots looked crisp and bold. However, when you move indoors into more ambient light, things do look noticeably softer. This is definitely not the Xiaomi 12 Lite's strong suit. And in very low light, the smartphone really struggles as well. You usually get out of focus, murky results. And while the night mode might brighten things up a bit, it doesn't really help out much with the overall picture quality. The other two lenses are pretty typical for a sort of mid-range smartphone. You've got your bog standard 8 megapixel ultra wide angle shooter. This gives you a bit more room to play with. Otherwise, you do also have a 2 megapixel macro sensor, which you can swap to like so. Personally, I never really bother with these, don't really see the point, but it's there if you want it. And if you want to shoot video, well, you can capture footage at full HD resolution, 30 or 60 frames per second, otherwise bump it up to Ultra HD 4K level at 30 FPS. And when I was shooting home movies, I got similar results to the photo mode. Things look pretty good until the lighting fails you, basically. Audio pickup could be a little bit stronger in front of the lens, especially when things get slightly breezy and all you can hear is wind, but otherwise it is great for home movies. And then around front, it is a 32 megapixel selfie shooter, again with the old eye tracking, as you can see there. Woo! And again, I gotta say, this camera impresses, even when the lighting is quite full on, so shoot against a bright sky and your face will still be perfectly exposed, so you can see every little line, sag and bag, huzzah. And yeah, things are again a bit softer in low light, but not terrible. And there you have it. That, in a nutshell, is the fresh new Xiaomi 12 Lite, a mid-ranger that's pretty solid all around. Very little to complain about beyond the fact that the performance hasn't been upgraded over the previous generation, and of course, how long is it actually going to be supported with those OS and security updates? And then, of course, you've got to factor in strong competition, the likes of the OnePlus Nord 2T, the Realme 9 Pro Plus. There are some bloody good mid-rangers about in 2022. There are so many, in fact, that I recently did a video highlighting my own personal favourite sub £400 mid-range smartphones. Definitely go check that out for more on the Xiaomi 12 Lite's closest rivals. And please do plug subscribe, ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And have yourselves a bloody good rest of the week. Cheers, everyone. Love you.